have the truth and have the passion. If folks go up to Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com, they can watch the Stephen Colbert video in full. You can also go to WeAreChange.org, WeAreChange.org. When we come back, we're going to play some excerpts of Luke's talk with Stephen Colbert and then Colbert's live response once he went on television. We'll be right back with Luke Rudkowski. Then coming up, the false flag nuke attack. It's in the pike. They're going to try to blame it on the American people.
You may be arrested and or subject to other police action.
Tyranny is here. The grim future foretold in 1984 has become reality.
It really says that the state is God.
The United States is now recognized globally as one of the most oppressive police states on earth. This film conclusively proves the existence of a secret network of FEMA camps, now being expanded nationwide. This documentary exposes how the continuity of government program has established an all-powerful shadow state. Police State 4 chronicles the sickening depths to which our republic has fallen. Prepare to enter the secretive world of emergency dictatorship. Body scanners, sound cannons, citizen spies, stage terror, and cameras on every street corner. It's only the beginning of the New World Order's hellish plan. The police state isn't coming. It's here. Secure your copy today at Infowars.com or see it online in the highest quality at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Are you prepared or are you hardcore prepared? Get hardcore equipped at TacTownGear.com. That's TACTownGear.com. All TacTown gear has been field tested with Canadian and U.S. forces, so we know it's tough. What kind of gear? Our own brands. Arctic Warrior, Homeland Defender, Sandbox Avenger, Urban Peacekeeper, more than 30,000 products, and 90% of it made in Canada and the U.S. See it all at TacTownGear.com. That's TACTownGear.com. Get 72-hour survival kits, Ultima boots, HW1 gloves, tactical link slings, EMA tactical weapon equipment, everything you need to be hardcore prepared. Deal with TacTownGear.com personnel with more than 25 years experience in military and law enforcement. Call now, 418-844-9111. That's 418-844-9111. Or go to TACTownGear.com. TacTownGear.com. Solutions for your area of operation.
Jim Newcomer with Midas Resources, talking today about change. Not the change we were promised by President Obama, but the reality that we must face in these changing economic times. With our national debt currently exceeding $12.5 trillion and our unfunded liabilities totaling over $107 trillion, the value of the U.S. dollar continues its slide into oblivion. There's still time to ensure your financial security with precious metals, but you need to act today. Call me, Jim Newcomer, at 800-686-2237, extension 104, and we can explore how Midas Resources can help you secure your financial future. With our government continuing to find new ways to spend our money at the expense of our children and grandchildren, there's still time to acquire a true hedge against inflation with precious metals. Call me, Jim Newcomer, at 800-686-2237, extension 104, and we'll discuss how you can take physical possession or convert your IRA into precious metals before it's too late. 800-686-2237, extension 104, and make the commitment today to retain the security you worked a lifetime to establish.
UtopiaSilver.com believes, as the Declaration of Independence states, that our rights come from God, not from government. The only lawful purpose of any government is to protect and secure the rights of the people, and no man or government has the authority to take what has been given to us by God. Among these rights are life, liberty, property, and the pursuit of happiness. And America's government has ceased to be the protector of liberty and of the people's God-given rights. But we, the people, can return America to greatness if we are willing to stand up and reassert our stolen rights. We ask that you join Utopia Silver in changing America's course in history. To save on healthcare and improve your health, call Utopia Silver at 888-213-4338. For a limited time, new customers will receive 50% off all colloidal silver and colloidal gold supplements. Visit us today at utopiasilver.com. That's UTOPIA Silver, utopiasilver.com. Or call 888-213-4338. That's 888-213-4338.
Everybody knows, ladies and gentlemen, the dice are loaded.
Everybody knows that the dice are loaded. Everybody rolls with their fingers crossed. Everybody knows
the war is over.
The war is over.
The good guys lost.
Everybody knows
But if we can identify the New World Order, we can defeat them and bring them down. Okay, so Luke's girlfriend started taping this about halfway in. This is him warming up the studio audience. He has a discussion with him. Colbert thinks he's talking about Bohemian Grove, which he has covered before, making fun of the Republicans running around naked having gay sex, which is what they do. That's how crazy our elites are. Generally, the Republicans like men at the leadership levels, and the Democrats like women. That's not a total rule, like with Barney Frank, but it's very strange. But this is separate. This is an elite political meeting. Bilderberg. Here it is.
Sonia Sotomayor, the wise Latina herself, complained that she wasn't allowed to be in last year. Yeah.
That's the Bohemian Grove.
You remember? Can you get me in?
I'm actually a journalist. I get death threats for covering it.
You get death threats?
Yes.
Do you have letters or anything?
The mainstream media.
Do you have letters?
I have phone calls.
You have phone calls?
Yeah.
You have tapes? You have your recordings of these phone calls?
I record some of them, yes.
What do they say?
What do you think they're going to say?
Secret organization. And you will remain secret by killing a journalist. Why would they kill a journalist? That would
we actually confront Bilderberg members like Bill Clinton, the IMF head, the World Bank head. We actually confront them on video cameras, and we tell them, what do you do at these meetings? And they run away. Like, we have everything on video. And it's the world's elite.
That's why. If I was a billionaire at one of these meetings, I'd just be naked all the time. They worship a big stone owl.
That's the Bohemian Grove. The Bilderberg group is different than the Bohemian Grove. The Bilderberg group is more secret. It's not a little vacation. Okay. It's the one.
Tranquilize him and get him out the back door. And the electrode's waiting.
Now, we weren't allowed to film, so I'm sorry for the video quality, but we have to clandestinely film in the middle of our conversation. But, you know, after the conversation I had with Steven, he goes and sits down and he does his news segment. And in the middle of his news segment, he just goes off and says,
Freddie, thank you for joining us. I just want to thank you for the welcome you just gave me. And I just want to say that anybody out there watching, that if you're in the secret Bilderberg group, assassinate freelance reporters. It's just not nice, guys. It's not nice. And please, call me. You owe me one, buddy. Okay.
He seems like a pretty nice guy, doesn't he?
Very good guy, and he'd mentioned, Skull and Bones and the Bohemian Grove before on his show. So I think just anybody going out there, anybody could do it. You just have to go out there, talk to these people like they're human beings, and having that conversation, having that dialogue, and not being afraid to speak truth is so important. And it just shows that anybody could do this. The power we have to reach out to millions is within you, and we can do anything, and nothing is impossible.
And importantly, WeAreChange and myself going back over more than a decade, I always am nice. Like when I asked George Bush a question, he had me arrested when he was governor at a press conference. I was very polite until they started grabbing me and dragging me out, and I was still polite so they wouldn't have an excuse to beat me up. But like with Al Gore, when Chicago WeAreChange, they were nice at first, and then when they started dragging them out, then they got the info out and were loud. And so it's just very important. It's like Karl Rove is going to be at UT tonight. In fact, I'll pull that out and read it again before the show ends. Here it is. He's going to be at UT 7 o'clock tonight. It's open and free to the public. The Patriots, the listeners, should all get down there about 5:30, 6 o'clock or so. Have your little flip phones hidden, flip cameras, and then videotape it. And then be near the two center aisles there in the area they're having it, and get up first to the mic, because he'll probably take questions toward the end. Now, they may do the written questions because he's somewhat of a coward, but not too much of a coward. I mean, at least he goes to these events. And then you may have to shout some things out, and that's your choice, as I did to Janet Reno in the same hall. But that's at UT tonight, Karl Rove. How important is it for folks to get out there and confront these people, Luke Rudkowski?
It is the most single important thing somebody could do, because you not only send them a message that we as the people are waking up, we know, and we won't tolerate this, but also showing the world how these people are not as powerful as they seem. they're not as strong, because when you come up to them, when you talk to them, when you look them in their eyes, and you tell them about their crimes and their wrongs that they committed against the people, they cower, they run away. It's like cockroaches running away when you turn on the light. And I'm telling you, we confronted Karl Rove before, and we were very nice to him in the beginning, but as soon as you ignore me and don't want to answer